Massive falls in the stock market, particularly in Japan, where the market on Monday fell 12%. That's massive, of course, and you're seeing the Nasdaq has fallen 3% per day, almost consistently over the last few days. Tech shares, which were, of course, highly priced, companies like Nvidia down 30% from their high. Massive. Should you be selling? Is it the end of these tech companies? Or should you be looking at buying on an opportunity? Well, when you see such volatility and massive volatility, 2 trillion wiped off shares at one stage yesterday. Mad, absolutely incredible amounts of money just taken off the table. But let's have a look at the real facts so people don't become too emotional and see if there really is a buying opportunity or you two should be selling. First of all, the job figures in America came out and they showed that unemployment is increasing more than expected. In other words, the US economy is turning down faster than expected. Okay, well, that is an issue, but perhaps this is overdone. Also, at the same time, you saw that Japan raised interest rates. It was trying to defend its currency. By increasing interest rates, the yen went up. That caused problems for a Japanese company. Sell off in the stock market, people borrow in yen, which many do. It became too expensive, so those trades had to be shut. That, of course, again caused a lack of liquidity. And of course, when Japanese companies that often export and the price of the yen is higher and the interest rates are higher, more difficult for the Japanese economy. So raising interest rates might have defended the yen, but it caused a massive problem for the stock market. Massive issues for Japan, which they need to quickly sort out. The Fed can reduce interest rates quickly. They should be doing it now, and perhaps they'll wait till September. Election coming up in the US. I think the government will be putting out good news in order to try and make sure they win the election. Same thing with the Republicans. They'll be talking good news about what they're going to be doing once they get elected. And of course, if they get elected, expect good news to come. Right now, we're, of course, in August. It's a thin market. In other words, some people are on holiday. There's not as much trade. And when there's less trade and people are selling, it's more extreme, if that makes sense. So what we're seeing is, if it wasn't August, we wouldn't be seeing as much volatility. I expect today that you're going to see a market pick back up again. For me, there's opportunities. As always, you want to go into quality companies. I would say that Nvidia is a good long-term buy. It went up and it was super expensive, but of course it has an incredible future. You've got companies like Tesla that have fallen a long way. Do you believe in their future? Again, it's a long-term investment. And when you're investing money, just remember there's other areas like the energy sector. It's always going to be needed, whatever happens in the world. There's always opportunities. For me, it's definitely not a chance or definitely not a time to be selling. It's actually a time to be looking for opportunities and trying to invest in quality companies.